So my word of the year is embody. And to me, embody is like a fulfillment of becoming. And some clean water right here in my paintbrush. And we're just playing around, and we're going to make just a tiny little poster of our word. And try not to be too attached to it. And the way that I'm going to just take a look to see what I mean. So I haven't sketched it out. Not sure if you can see that. No, not too much. You can kind of see. So I've written the word embody out. And now I'm just going to take some of these colors and drop it in. You can let it slide around so that it fills up. I'm trying not to necessarily paint the letters again, but more or less just trying to drop in the color and let it mix how it wants. Now if your word dries before you get all the way through, you might need to add a bit more. I can't really see which way my B went. You can use whatever colors that you want. If you're worried about colors making like a brown, then watch out for colors that are opposite, like red and green, orange and blue. Those will make browns. If you stay all within like a cool family colors like blues, purples, and greens, you might be okay. But otherwise be careful, because if I mixed orange, if I mixed orange with that would become brown. If I mixed yellow, I'm going to get some more green. I'm going to move over to a purple. Every once in a while, just letting it move. And yellow and pink should make maybe an orange. My water had kind of dried there before I got to it, so I had to make that one myself. And then just to be a little messy, I'm going to splash some clean water on there and let it get kind of splotchy. And then I'm going to take some of the colors that I used and just kind of splatter them in. If you have any salt, you could sprinkle that in and that makes a different pattern. I'm going to leave it like this because I like the drips and the splotches. I'm just taking a bit of purple to put back into this O. And maybe a little more pink into the D because it's sort of washed out. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry. So with this long strip, I'm going to turn it into an accordion booklet. And all I did was, I had a larger piece of paper and I ripped it in half and I did my word on one half. And now I'm just folding this into an accordion. So I divided it in half first, and I will divide that part in half. And then I will do the same thing on the other side, dividing it in half. I'm just going to go over my folds a little bit so that they're better. There we go. And that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 little pages to work on. So once you have your accordion booklet, you can choose which side you want to start on. I like to have it so this is the cover and then it flips into the next page. It's hard to see the difference. So here's the fold and then it goes over instead of having like here's the first paper and then the fold. I like to do it this way, one, because I have my cover page here and then on the back can be your end page. I guess I just like the way it opens better that way, but either way it would do the same. You would have your cover page and your end page. It just, either way would work. So once you decide which is going to be your front and which is going to be your back, there's a couple different ways you can approach this. I made my cover page with my word, Embody 2018. And you can make designs here with your marker or your paint. Use a waterproof marker or a Sharpie. That would also work. And then what you can do on the back, I'm kind of jumping all over the place. On the back, what you can do is you can have a quote, or you can actually journal about your words, spend some time there. So this is your back page, and it's got some extra little bit. So if you did it this way, it would look like this. You'll have 2 blanks here and 4 blanks on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you chose to do it the other way, you would have your title page here and your blank back here. Then you open it up to 4 here and then 2 more here. So either way works. you could either do your word by 5 senses, so you could have, you know, sight, taste, hearing, smell, and maybe you could add an extra one like intuition and touch, so your 5 senses plus intuition or whatever you'd like. And then you can write how each word or how each sense might fit into embody. So how can you touch embody? So maybe it would be like massage, so you could write touch and then, so for example, touch, and then you could write the word massage, or maybe just drawing a hand as a symbol is what you'd like to do in your book. Or you could write the word massage, or write how massage would help. Let's see. For smell, you could have, like, you could write your favorite scent or essential oils, or maybe it's making gingerbread cookies because you can smell them, and that could even go in taste, you know. However your word fits into the 5 senses. What I chose to do on my main one is the months of the year. So with 4, 5, 6, with 6 blank pages, I had like January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way to December, and then each month I kind of set a theme or a goal to try for embody. So I'll show you mine so far. So this is on the spare piece of watercolor paper that was underneath my word. So my title page, my back page, and then I have the months of the year. You can choose to do your writing however you like. You can write it out, you can just do it, you can plan it first, whatever suits you. So I have January, February, March, April, and then for January I have just show up. February, my theme is going to be self-love, and how can I embody self-love. So when I get to February, I might even break it down further for what my goals would be each week to how to embody self-love, or maybe just at the end of a day or end of a week kind of reflect on if I lived up to that word that week. And the tricky thing is to maybe not be judgmental about your word and if you did it or not, so that you don't feel poorly about it. March I put connection. In April I put planting seeds. You don't need to know what they mean necessarily yet. Like for me, connection might be reaching out to other people, doing some partnerships, maybe just connecting with people close to me that I haven't seen in a while. Planting seeds could be just brainstorming a lot of ideas, and then maybe I haven't done my next months yet, but these could end up being grow, or basically anything that I want to experiment with for my word. You could even pick archetypes like adventurer, trickster. You could pick people that you'd like to embody, or animals. Like I'm working on my Wild Side Guides class online right now, and I don't really use the word embody, but when we work on an animal, like for example we just did owl, sometimes we'll write a letter from owl to you, or we say what does owl do that we could learn from and use or embody. So you can use animals, you could use archetypes, you can just use goals, you can use the senses, you can use months. The sky is the limit here. So for each one, and then you can fold it up, and if you'd like you could use a sticker, or you could put I used a little hole punch and some yarn, my red thread, which to me symbolizes connection because of the Chinese legend that says we're all connected at birth by a red thread that will never break. It can stretch and tangle but never break. And then you have this as a mini journal or as your goals, and you can keep that out somewhere for you to have. So if you'd like, you can go on the Facebook page, the Facebook group, and share your word or some of your ideas that you're excited about. I'd love to see them or hear them. and I hope you enjoyed this little mini class.